Hey, in this live singing lesson, I help Ron navigate a tricky transition to head voice. And I hand him some tools that can help him and you, if you're watching, to navigate your transitions to and from head voice or your breaks in any song that you'd like to sing. The ABC voice model is one of the tools that I use to coach him with, and it's like a cheat sheet for singers that can help you fix many of your own vocal challenges. So if you're interested in that, there's a free mini course in the description of this video. And now, enjoy the lesson.
Need special handling. My God, what have we done for you?
Yeah, cool. All right. So I think you're approaching it the right way, and you're doing it in a very similar way to the way he's doing it.
Right.
But there is there's a weird challenge, and there's a fun difference. I'll play the original so we both have that fresh as well, and we can copy in the right way. But I think, hold on, this is exactly what he's doing.
My God, what have we done to you?
Right. I agree that he on the U he goes to mode plus or to head voice.
Right.
Do you feel something weird about going to mode plus on that note?
It feels weird. Yeah. Yes, that's why I want a little help with it. I feel like I get real thin or something there, and it goes from kind of that deeper, richer tone to just a real thin. And I've got to watch because in Mode Plus I'm using so much air, it kind of the phrase gets cut off a little bit.
Yeah.
Run out of air very fast because I'm spinning a lot of air to get the Mode Plus head voice.
Yeah. And do you feel that when you get to that note, your voice would like to already go to mode plus? Or would it prefer to stay in mode A, what you're doing before?
Further into the song, it seems like I can stay in mode A.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I've actually tried it early in the song or not.
So if you go, my God, what have we done to you? Morning stuff, but
yeah, nice stuff.
Look at us together.
I know.
We'll level out.
Is it 7-ish there in the morning? Oh, 5 in the morning. Okay, about the time I'll be getting up. It's 11:30 here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's a well. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, done to you.
Done. Done to you. I'm wanting to go to head voice. Done to you. I'm kind of not
Okay.
there.
And if you just go you.
Was that flat?
Okay. A little bit, but
Yeah.
Doesn't matter too much. What I think is tricky about this note, I still think that your break pitch is a bit higher than this actual note. So when we did the Franz Ferdinand song, Take Me Out,
Right.
I think up until sort of G-ish, you're okay. And then beyond that, it started to get a little squeezy. Now, because you're so used to singing this U in this way, it's weird to try to do it another way.
Right.
But I think the thing that makes this super hard to do and tricky to do is that you're going to mode plus. If we're assuming that your break is around that G, the note, now I have to check if I did not lower. On an E flat, is this note. So that's
Right.
well below that G where your voice would actually like to go to mode plus.
Right.
If I'm wrong about your break, which is possible, then your break is probably around that E area, and then
yeah.
it's right on there. Or do you
Right.
feel? Would you say that your break is lower generally?
No.
Where you're-
Higher.
Higher, right? Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So normally when you sing up, at some point your voice will just say, "Okay, this is where we would like to go to mode plus," and from
Right.
that moment, it starts to become more comfortable and more controlled. But even there, it's difficult to generate volume and to generate power. You can get that in mode plus or in head voice, but
But it's
Higher
beyond
up.
that. Yeah, higher up. Yeah.
and
It's
now
like
you're
at the
going,
bottom of it, and it's just
yeah, and
weaker.
this is like
Yeah.
beyond the bottom.
Right.
So that makes it really hard to do. But it's possible, and it does give a very nice, fragile vibe to the note. I think
Right,
like we could
right.
do it in mode A, but it doesn't carry the same. I think we should do it in plus. It's nicer.
Right. Right. Right.
So you heard that right, and I agree. So there's two things that we can do, and the first is just to become more comfortable with that note in itself. So if we, we can first dive in straight to the note. You.
You.
Yeah, nice. Okay, and can you play around with it a bit and see how you can give it maybe a bit more volume, a little less air, just
With the placement thing.
See where you can go.
Okay.
Yeah.
You.
Uh-huh. And can you also make it less airy? Which
Okay.
you can do that by making it a bit sharper as well. So
Okay.
if I exaggerate, you.
Okay. You.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. So on mode plus in general, it's difficult to get air off your voice completely.
Right.
When going below your actual break pitch, it's even harder. So
Right.
now there is still some air on your voice,
Right.
which I also think is fine. The only problem with it is that it limits your sustain at the end.
Right. Right.
So
And it's pretty. It's a decent sustain on that note. Yeah.
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 Although in the song they also added a ton of effects. Like
Right.
if you listen to it, you hear like a delay kicking in and maybe like some doubles kicking in, and
Right.
we don't know how exactly they
Little
recorded it.
production value there.
Exactly. But when you just sing it for yourself, you sing along with the song, you want to, well, you don't have those effects, right? So you want to
Right.
get
Right.
as much sustain as possible. Okay, so we can get back to that as well. I think our main job is to make sure that this sound fits in the rest of the line. So when we look at the ABC voice model, we have around the break pitch, your limit of volume out of 10 in mode plus is about 4. When you go lower below the break pitch, it's gonna be even less.
Right.
So let's say just for ease sake, let's say 3.5, for example.
Right. Right.
If you want to make the line smooth into there, and you come from a higher volume, which I think is what you're doing now,
Right. Right.
it will drop off.
Right.
So what happens if you start? Maybe let's do the whole verse again, and go extreme on the quiet side. So aim for like volume 2 or 3, and then go for that U and see how it fits in.
Okay. Right.
I'll just throw you into the deep, and then we'll see what that does.
Precious and fragile things need special handling. My God, what have we done for you? We always try to share the tenderest of care. And look now, I have put you through.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so now
Yeah,
very
that was
good. So-
easier because the volume change wasn't there. Yeah.
yeah, so it feels way smoother already. And now I just so we can copy him, you can always do something else later, but so we get the same feel.
Right.
Let's pay attention to what he does on the U. Is he straight in mode plus, or is he doing something on the U? Because what I heard with your voice, you went look what I'm on to you, you. There, you
Right.
were
I had
not
the
in mode
break
plus
there.
from the beginning.
Right.
Yeah, and that made it hard now. Actually, before and after the sounds, they were compatible, I think, and they worked in the same line. But you made it harder for yourself by not starting the U in mode plus as well. So let's see what
Oh.
he does.
My God, what have we done to you?
Oh, sorry, this is. Oh no, this is the one.
Yeah.
Is this the one? Yeah.
Yeah.
What have we done to you?
It's
Uh,
more
he
pure
has a-
for him a little bit. I
Yeah,
think.
he has a bit of that as well, but we're going to make it easier for ourselves. Oh, whoops.
What have we done to you?
Yeah, he has a little bit of that
He
himself,
swoops
where
up
he.
a little bit, right?
Yeah. But to make it easier, we have to practice that transition, and we're going to try to practice it as clean as possible. So, to you. That's our
Okay.
main choke point, right?
Right.
So, can you go too slow, like slower than the original, but just go very conscious on the to mode A,
Right.
you mode plus. Try it.
To you.
There you go. Repeat it and go a little bit faster.
To you.
Faster.
To you.
Haha. And then in the line, na, na, done to you. So the done to you, see if you can do it in time.
My God, what have we done to you?
Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Nice. So that you
I have to start. I have to stop and start, right?
you have to like internally make the transition before you start the U, instead of just continue and sing and then you start the U and then you feel, oh whoops, I had to go to head voice, and then
Right.
you get the oh whoops sound. You. I'm exaggerating.
Right.
But
Right.
down to you.
Right.
And it's easier if we take it slower and we separate it all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Then we bring it closer and closer. You just have to
Where
be
it
very
seems
fast with
seamless,
that
but
transition.
yeah, where it seems seamless, but it's not, as because
Exactly.
if you're doing it, it's going to automatically relieve the pressure and have that little clip or break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little break. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you just start on a slow pace where you feel, okay, this I can just nail it. So just go to you, and then speed it up for yourself. Go a little bit faster, either until you're at the original or until we get the problem again. Then you
Right.
slow down a little bit. So work through it for yourself.
Okay. Just the to you part, right?
Yeah. To
To you, to you, to you, to you, to you, to you. Closer,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
quite the break there. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And because your sound before and after is similar now, it fits in the line more as well. Now the question is, do you want to do all of that verse with that sort of sound? Or would you like to be a bit louder in some places? If so, you might have to be sort of strategic about where you start coming down a little bit to make that you fit in the line. Because if you just go, you, you, and you try to push the volume. Try it. See how loud you can be on
Yeah.
that note in head
you.
voice.
You.
Yeah, it just it doesn't go right.
Yeah, it's about.
And that too.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then it
kinda-
sounds shit. Sorry.
Yeah,
But then
yeah,
it
it does.
doesn't work.
No,
So then you're
it has to
Going-
sound intimate, and that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And your voice cannot do that in mode plus there to give more volume. It can do it there in your range, or it can do it in a different mode, but not in plus.
Right.
So if you would want to, my God, start there in volume, yeah, that's a matter of taste. If I would want to start there, I'm going to come down a bit on the have we done. My God, what have we done to you?
Yeah. Decrescendo.
I have the
to
power.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now that you feel smooth within the line.
Right. Right. Yeah, you're matching that. By the time you're there, you're not far from it. You know, you're at maybe 4 and dropping to 3.5 or so. Yeah.
Exactly.
Instead
Yeah,
of
because
5
if you
and dropping to 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You want to
Makes
try?
sense.
So
Sure.
when you maybe just do this whole line first
Okay.
and start on the volume that feels nice, comfortable, whatever that suits your taste, and then be smart about going into the U.
Okay. My God, what have we done to you?
Yeah, good. And now the challenge is
Yeah.
the 2 should still be chest or mode A,
Yeah.
and the U should
Yeah.
be. So now that you're doing
I
it a
changed-
cappella,
Yeah.
yeah, you can take it a little bit slower to help you make the
Right.
transition first, and then speed up later. Try it
Okay.
again.
My God. No, I'm singing off key. My God. My God, what have we done to you?
Yeah, nice, nice. So now you can give that the dynamics that you're
Right.
used to or that you did before, but it also works at the end
Yeah.
with the transition.
And I could even do that a little bit with the first line, and then going into that second line, do it like precious and fragile things
Yeah, there you go.
need special handling. My God, what have we done to you? Like similar to that, only
Yeah.
make it better. Yeah.
Yeah, so now the way to perfect this is to sometimes just give a little attention, even if it's only 15 seconds, to doing that to you or done to you transition,
Right.
just a couple reps. So you feel how you have to transition,
Right.
and you get faster and more accurate at that. So your system is like primed and
Right.
in exactly the right place when you start that U. And it doesn't already go there on the 2, because that's what
Right.
happened like the first time you
Yeah.
did it now.
Yeah.
You're already thinking about the U, preparing the U, and then
Yeah.
the 2
Right.
breaks already.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a very fast switch.
Yeah, I got to make the 2 clean, and then a brief pause to hit, let the more airy sound flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now let's see when he does it, how much of a pause he has or how he fixes that. Oh, whoops.
What have we done to you?
Yeah, okay, so his fix is he sort of comes from nothing. He does not have a pause between the 2.
Right.
Done to you.
Yeah, he kind
But
of
he sort of,
swoops into
he-
it. Yeah.
yeah, he uses his y of the U, you, to make that transition for him. So try that as well. So we go to, and we connect it to you.
To you.
Ah, there you go. So now you can connect it. You still have to make that transition, but you sort
Right.
of have that y of the
Yeah. Right.
of the
right.
U to help you switch a
Instead
little
of
bit.
getting to the oo part so too quickly.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. To to you. To you.
And you can let it come even more out
Yeah.
of sort of out of nothing, like
Okay.
to you.
To you. Was that? It's still not quite blown up. To you.
Yeah, and now connect it even more.
To you. To you.
Yeah, and what if you use this trick, this technique, and you put it in the line?
My God, what have we done to you?
Yeah.
Little
So at
wobbly.
speed, yeah,
Yeah.
it's difficult. So you can to have a bit more context and make it a bit more musical and make it fit in the line better. You can also take well, either the whole line or the "done to you," for example. Done to you, done to you. I'm just letting it come.
Yeah.
It's connected, but I'm letting it come out of nothing. So the "y" is not like
Right.
a done to you. Now
Right.
I have to transition.
Right now.
But when I go done to you,
Yeah. Done to. I'm changing already. Done to you. I did it again. Done. Done to you. No. Done. Done to you.
haha.
Done
And if
to you. I'm still hitting it too hard. Done to you.
Haha.
Done to you.
What happens if you only take the "you" and you let that come out of nothing?
Yeah.
But you tell yourself we're going mode plus. So you you.
Eh, eh, eh. I'm starting with too much.
You're starting in chest now,
Yeah.
which makes sense
Right.
because down there I've done weird practice games to help me do mode plus very low,
Right.
which helps me make make this work a little bit
Right.
now, which is not something you ever use
Right.
instead of a weird niche case like
Right.
this.
Right. Like this. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
why it's been so weird for me. Yeah. Yeah. When I say the yeah, it wants to go to chest, kind of almost.
Let's reverse it actually. So if you just don't think about the way that I said go in now, but just go for you in mode plus.
Yeah.
Good. Now can you let it slope down while you stay in mode plus? So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That the end was still mode plus. You were
Right.
not in chest.
Right.
So can you do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you came
Okay.
from down there
Right.
without a transition. Because you
Right.
didn't transition, you were in plus.
Right.
So now you can also go down to you. Do only the you. You.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
To you.
To you.
There you go.
Okay.
So you can play around with if you he when he does it. If I had to say, his start of the y is a little bit in chest, but
Right.
because it's quiet and it's airy, he can transition. You only hear a little,
Yeah, it's a very, very
tiny little break.
right.
So you can choose if you want to go at it that way, or if you want to remove the break completely. In that case, you really have to go to and then transition in between the virtually no time that you have
Right.
for the done to you. And there is
Done
for me as
to
well.
you.
Yeah, you're getting there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
What happens if you put this in the line? It's going to be hard, but let's
Right.
see what happens.
My God, what have we done to you?
Yeah.
Oh, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I think there's many little details, little tastes that you
Yeah.
can decide based on literally taste and on your skill. What feels like, okay, I can make this work or I cannot make this work. But what I do really like is now you're using the "y" to get into the note.
Right.
You can connect the "to" and the "you"
Yeah.
instead of it being "done to you," which
Yeah, a
helps for the
pause.
practice, and we
Right.
need it. But for the eventual performance, it's
Right.
nice if it's like smooth and
Yeah.
legato connected.
That's what was so difficult was it was clear what he was doing, but every time I tried to do it, I'd have that break, and
Yeah.
he didn't have it. So, but this is helpful for that for sure. This is what I need to help get through
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
So this is always hard. Also, when a transition actually crosses your break pitch, but then it feels more natural because your voice wants to go to mode plus
Right.
naturally.
Right.
And then still, if you don't want to have a break or a weird transition, you have to go through the same process of like matching the before and after transition sounds and volumes. But now it's in a way it's harder because your voice does not yet want to go
Yeah, if
to
I can
mode
match
plus.
it down here, I would be able to do it easier, like on a John Mayer song or something, where it's more.
It's
higher.
the same idea. It's the
Right.
same idea. The
Right.
challenge then can be when we get closer to the break pitch and maybe you feel like you need to start adding some volume and forcing a little bit, and maybe there's a bit of tension already. When we're down here, I can just tell you, go quieter, and your voice will just do it. When
Right.
you're up there or a little higher, that might become the challenge. Like, I need to go quieter to make a smoother transition,
Right.
but you cannot get the note to work on that volume yet and have that
Right.
control there.
Right.
But the idea is the same. If you want a smooth transition, you have to make sure that the before and the after are similar, and you're doing that now. And
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was having
Well
trouble
done.
with for sure. Yeah.
cool.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun.
Now I just got to
It's-
practice it and get it, you know.
I
ingrained in
love
there.
how it's two words
Right.
in a whole song.
Right.
And you can spend so much time on it, but because we did, and because you felt the different possibilities here, you can do it in the next line as well.
Oh, yeah.
You can do it
Yeah.
if it comes in a different shape as well, in a different song as well, because now
Right.
you know like the rules, like the rules of engagement, right?
Right.
So whenever something like this comes up again, yes, it will be hard again, but now you know how to work through it.
How to work through it. Yeah. I didn't know how to work through it. I just couldn't get, couldn't get my head around it.
Yeah.
So,
So you need to know it once, experience it once, and then maybe next time, if it's still sort of fresh enough in your memory, you can use it. Maybe next time you'll ask me again, and we'll work through the same thing, and then you go, "Oh, right, this is
Right.
that thing."
right. Yeah.
You'll go through it faster, and at some point it'll start to become fresh. And for me, I'm I'm lucky in a sense because I coach so many people. This stuff gets freshened up for me. Like
Right.
if I
right.
wouldn't have to do this for a year, I would have to like refresh this. And now when I heard the song, I thought, yeah, that's going to be it, because I've done this past week and before
Right.
as well, because it's a common thing.
Sure.
So for you, now that you know it, and if you repeat it a couple times, it'll stick in there. And the next time you find something similar, it's just top of mind, and you can fix it yourself very easily.
right.
Easily might not be the right word.
But
Easier
I'll
and easier.
I'll
It'll
have
go
tools
faster and faster.
I'll have some tools available
There
to
you go.
work through
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I didn't have tools. I had
That's it.
this tool and this tool, but I didn't know how to connect.
Two
it.
sledgehammers.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Bang it together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was either suffering from a huge volume switch, and if I was trying to sing it for someone, I'd have to be way off the mic and then get close to the mic, and it just didn't really, and it wasn't pure, because the way I was coming at the U, it was always having that little weird
Yeah.
break at the beginning. Yeah. Yeah.
And we're sort of at a disadvantage compared to the recording, the studio recording, because it's very possible, and I suspect that they
Probably some compressor going.
automated and compressed. Definitely compression, but probably also automated. Sorry.
Yeah.
The volume of the vocals. So we hear when he sings the beginning, it has a bit more volume, but then when he goes for the you, it's not possible that that's loud, but still in the mix, it feels very similar.
Right.
So probably when he uses a bit more intensity, like you do now as well, I think you're seeing it in a very similar way, but it sounds different now because we don't have those effects and we don't have the compression and we don't have the automation.
Right.
But if we would do that, then it would sound even more similar. And then the person trying to copy you would go, huh? How do I have to make this work? Because the volume, it just doesn't add up.
Right. Right.
So that's tricky with stuff like this. So yeah, if you want it to sound similar, but you don't have access to the effects because it's live, you can play with the mic.
Right.
But the way that you just did it, I think is nice as well because I think it's okay if it has that dynamic coming down through the line.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Just has to be purposeful and in a similar. It can't be too extreme.
Yeah.
Sounds too odd. Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's just about the transition. So if you do it higher, if you're way up in your vocal range, you can probably do Mode Plus at a volume 7 out of 10.
Right.
So up there, you can make that transition smooth at a 7 out of 10. But down here, because your maximum, I just look at so if we have to make a transition, I look at what possibilities do I have here after, what possibilities do I have before. And sometimes it's from chest to head, and sometimes it's from head to chest, and sometimes it's from a mode A or a B or a C, whatever, to
Right.
any of those to Mode Plus. And I just look at, okay, if I want to be smooth, most often the Mode Plus will be the limiting factor. So I test, like, what can I do in Mode Plus here? And then I try to match the Mode A, B, or C as closely as possible in volume, intensity, etc. to the Mode Plus.
Right.
If I want the transition to be as smooth as possible.
Right.
Because if I'm coming in hot with the Mode B, I can come in quieter with the Mode B, but if I come in hot, it's not going to work because the plus limits the possibilities.
Right.
So that's
A lot of the singing and things that I do, I'm kind of in my higher register a lot.
Yeah.
But I actually do pretty well with like very low songs like Johnny Cash Hurt or something like that.
Yeah.
Works well. I can do that, I think, pretty well for the lower portion and have good dynamics and things and not have it be flat or have any, loss of volume. But for whatever, most of the songs I do are just higher songs.
Yeah.
They just have more energy,
Yeah. Yeah. So but the game is the same
Right.
for those transitions. And getting comfortable with that, both in that lower, quieter range, but also up there, is just really useful.
Right.
And it's also a way into more effortless singing in a way. So that head voice, it's easy to do. If you just make a high sound without any effort, hey, you're in head voice. We can do that. If we want to make a mode A, mode B, mode C sound at that pitch, there's a bit more that you have to do generally.
Right.
So, hey, if I practice making that transition up there, hey, like that.
Right.
Now I transitioned, but I made sure that right before and after, I don't even know where exactly that was because I made them so similar
Right.
when the transition was going to happen that we didn't really hear it.
Right.
And if you practice with that, and you can do that in a musical way in in the songs that you sing, when stuff like this comes up,
Right.
you'll have a ton of like, assuming that there's a song where you don't want to actually transition. If you've practiced the transition and you went beyond and felt that was too far, and
Right.
you can come back as well. Even if you don't want to transition, you have this huge dynamic range to play with, which is really fun, because then
yeah.
the high stuff doesn't have to always be
Right.
powerful and
Right.
forced,
And
let's
forced.
say.
Yeah. Yeah. So is it somewhat easier to do that from C mode to plus, or is it kind of just as easy to do it from B mode to plus? Do you think?
The transition itself,
Right.
I would say, is easiest from A to plus, a bit harder from B to plus, and a bit harder from C to plus
Oh, okay.
in general.
Okay.
Because in C, you can go all the way up to 10, so you might have to come down the furthest from
Okay.
that sound
Right.
to get to plus.
To connect to the volume
Yeah.
level. Okay.
Um,
But you'd be able
But
to be
so-
at maybe a 5 there in the higher register, right? On the plus mode instead of like
Yeah.
3. Yeah.
and if I could, if I'm like I can, so that's
Yeah. Yeah.
the morning stuff is catching up. If I'm up there in my mode plus, I can, especially if I can get rid of the added air, I can be quite powerful.
Okay.
That's also mode plus.
Right.
So it's
really?
transition.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So if I go, now I'm still plus
Uh-huh.
because I can still break. You
Oh,
hear there's a
okay.
little.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So up there, yeah, you can make quite some volume on mode plus, but when I try that down here,
Right.
it cannot
Yeah,
get as
it
much.
Yeah.
So like the volume curve of mode plus goes like this,
Right.
and the volume curve of mode C goes sort of like this around your break pitch. It's like you can be really loud, and then at some point
Starts
it tapers
tapering
off a
back
bit.
in. Yeah. Yeah.
So if I'm all the way up there, like at my highest notes, my maximum mode C and B and A will all be sort of 7 out of 10. Like
Right.
and mode
The
plus
intersection of those. Yeah.
will have come to 7 as well.
Okay.
So if I'm
wow.
mode C, again, I cannot be as loud as hey down there.
Right.
It has to.
Right.
And mode plus, they're super similar there, because
okay, that
the,
was
the
plus.
vocal
That
folds.
last one was plus.
yeah,
Yeah, very
so,
similar. Yeah.
Hey, C, plus, hey. That was a
Yeah.
transition
Yeah.
back and forth.
Yeah, very minor transition here. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, because the vocal folds they have to thin out for mode C,
Right.
and for mode plus they're always thin.
Right.
So because they have to be so thin up there, also for C or for B or for A, the transition, it cannot even be major, because this is all you can do.
Right. Right.
And down there where we're just at now,
Yeah.
you're
got
going
a
from
lot
like
of- yeah.
yeah,
that to that,
you
yeah.
can come from here all the way to there. Yeah, of course.
Right.
Then you'll hear a transition.
Right. Okay.
So that's the trick. Like when you want to have a smooth transition, you make sure that you approach mode plus before you actually go to plus.
Right.
And if you don't approach and you already go from 2 plus here, you break and you hear the
Right.
click.
Yeah.
That's a lifetime of fun right there. I'm still having fun and frustrations with that. But
Right.
yeah. So this is this song and this session was well, it's that topic, and you can make it as hard or as easy as you like for yourself.
Right.
But it's a good understanding and experience to have, because if I just talk about it,
Yeah,
it's that now you
experiencing
felt
it is, knowing how to get there
yeah.
vocally,
Yeah.
how to have the volumes the same, how to have the pause to enable, and then whether you swoop in or I'm calling it swoop in, but
Yeah, fine. Swoop
come
in,
in,
glide in,
yeah.
whatever.
yeah.
So that's how I would practice. To summarize what you should do for the song, practice it very slow and maybe separate the to and the you and get them as clean and clear as possible and as similar as possible while they are A and plus.
Right.
You can practice the you like that.
That was helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to make that sort of transition.
It helped me get used to how to start
swoop.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of it wanted to keep starting in the chest voice.
Yeah, because it's chest area, right? It
Right,
wants to do chest. So you really have to tell it, no, we're going like weak. And it's like you cannot do anything there. It's like more than that I cannot do. So we never want to go there normally.
Right.
But for this, yeah, it helps. But it feels very unnatural.
Very unnatural. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. Well, have fun with this, and I look forward to the next one.
Awesome. Very good. Thanks, Bob.
Cool.
Take
See ya.
care. See ya.
I hope that was valuable. And if you would like to have coaching sessions like this with me, or if you would like to learn my complete song fix system so you can start fixing your songs and making them sound great yourself, have a look at the link in the description for more info about my Songfix program. And if you enjoyed watching this video, then I think you'll enjoy this one as well. Have a nice day.